Alright, this is part 2 of the Unit 1 review packet here. We're going to break this down here. So we're going to continue on finding these midpoints. So here's a midpoint. There's the endpoint there. There's an endpoint there. So the red endpoint's 4 to the right, 4 up. So a 4, 4. The purple point is 5 to the left, 2 down. So 5 to the left, so that's -5. The 2 down is -2. To find the x midpoint, you do 4 plus -5, get you -1, and then divide it by 2. So -1 divided by 2 is -0.5, or -0.5. The y midpoint is 4 plus -2 divided by 2. So 4 minus 2 gets you 2. 2 divided by 2 gets you 1. So the midpoint of this line is at -0.5, 1. -0.5, 1. So that's the midpoint right there. One more of these. 22. The purple endpoint is 1 to the right, 5 down. So 1 to the right, 5 down. The red endpoint is 2 to the right, 5 up. It's 2 to the right, 5 up. Average of the x's, 3 divided by 2, gets you 1.5. So that's my x value. My y is -5 plus 5 gets you 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So the midpoint is 1.50, so aka that green dot is the middle of the line. Alright, let's move on. Number 23. Make it nice, pretty in the middle here. Find the distance between each pair of points. So to find the distance, we just have to identify x1, y1, x2, y2. And we're going to plug them right into the distance formula. It's just another function notation. So square root x2 minus x1, -2 minus 2 gets you -4. And -4 squared is actually 16. So we get positive 16. y2 minus y1, well 6 minus 4 is 2, and 2 squared is 4. So we do 16 plus 4, which gets you 20. So we have radical 20. And notice here, that's not in our answer. That's because we have to break down radical 20. So let's break it down just like what we did in Algebra 1. So 20 being broken down. 20 is 2 and 10. 10 is 2 and 5. We have 2, 2, and 5. When you have 2 of the same number, that means you could take it on the outside. You could put the 2 on the outside, and that 5, it's all by itself. It doesn't have any other 5s. You put the 5 on the inside, so it's 2 radical 5. 24. x1, x2, y1, y2. So we plug them in into our radical. x2 is 7, so 7 minus a -6 gets you 13. 13 squared, 13 times 13, I believe, is 196. Oh, sorry, 169. So 169 plus, well, y2 minus y1, -8 minus 8 gets you 16. 16 squared, or -16 squared, is 256. So 169 plus 256. Add those two numbers together. Gets you 425. So you have radical 425. Now 425, it needs to be broken down. And that's going to be 25 times what? 17. 25 can be broken down to 5 and 5. So you have 5 on the outside and 17 on the inside. So your answer for 24 is A. We do this, repeat the same process with number 25 here. So we're going to practice this a couple times here. This is x1. This is x2. This is y1. This is y2. We plug them in appropriately. x2 minus x1. -5 minus 1 Get you negative 6. Negative 6 squared is 36. So that first one is 36. Plus y2 minus y1. So 5 minus a negative 3 gets you an 8. So 8 squared is 64. 36 plus 64 gets you a 100. So you have radical 100, which is equal to 10. So 25 is B, 10. Let's practice it again. Number 26. So I like to practice, you like to practice, so we understand this material. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. X2 minus X1, 8 minus a negative 1 gets you 9. 9 squared is 81. So 81 plus Y2 minus Y1. Negative 8 minus 7 gets you negative 15. 15 times 15 is 225. And 225 plus 81 is 306. So now we got to break down this 306. Now 306, I know that's an even number, so it's going to be 2 times something. In fact, it's going to be 2 times 153. Now 153, I'm hoping that's divisible by 3. And it is. 153 divided by 50 by 3 is 51. So we got a 2 and a 3. Now 51, I think that's also divisible by 3. So we're going to divide that by 3. And we get 17. So we have 3 and 17. Now we have 2 3's here. Since we have 2 of a kind, I could bring it on the outside of that radical. So it's going to be 3 on the outside, radical. Now 2 and 17 are left on the inside. So we do 2 times 17, and that brings us to 34. So my answer is going to be D, 3 radical 34. Number 27 is the same process. So let's do it again. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. X2 minus X1. 5 minus a negative 5 gets you 10. 10 squared is 100. 100 plus Y2 minus Y1. Negative 3 minus a negative 1 gets you negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. So this is 104. We got to break that guy down. Just like you did in Algebra 1 here. 2 times 52. 52 breaks down to 2 times 26. 26 gets broken down to 2 times 13. Up, 1, 2. There's 3 2's, so we only need 2 to bring it on the outside. And that means there's 1 2 left over. So 2, and then the 2 times the 13. So 2 times 13, 13 is a prime number, so that can't get broken down any further. So that'll get you 26. So 27 is 2 radical 26. Number 28. With 28, this is one more problem of these distance formula problems. Then we can move on to the next topic here. You got X1, Y1, X2, Y2. X2 minus X1. 6 minus a negative 3 is 9. 9 squared is 81. Y2 minus Y1. 5 minus a negative 1 gets you 6. 6 squared is 36. 81 plus 36 get you 117. So we got to break down 117. Now I'm going to just tell you, when you break it down, you can get A. 3 radical 13. Cool. Moving on. Number 29. The area of any polygon is just base times height. So 12 times 7. You type that into the calculator. We get 84. That's 7 times 12, get you 84. Hey, you know what? Area of a rectangle or a square is base times height. So 6 times 6 gets you 36. So that's how you get 36 for number 30. 31. 1 times 2.9 is just that, 2.9. So that's the answer to number 31. Number 32, base times height, 7 times 8.3. Well, 7 times 8, we already know that is 56. So 56 plus some change, that gets you 58. We can just type that into the calculator. 4.3 times 6, well, 4 times 6 is 24. So this one's going to be 25.8. 34. 6 times 6 times 7, well, 6 times 6 is 36, so we have to add a little bit more than 36. And we're looking at 40.2 as our answer. Just type that right into the calculator. Define the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So we got to do 11 times 4.9. So we type that into the calculator, 11 times 4.9. And we divide that by 2. So you get 26.95. So the answer here is 26.95 for number 35. 26.95. That's the area of this triangle. Number 36, to find the area of this triangle, you do 9 times 7.2. So 9 times 7.2 is 64.8. 64.8 is the area of this triangle. Number 37, to find the area of this triangle, you do 3.5 times 8. 3.5 times 8 is 28. So the area of this triangle is 28 inches squared. Number 38, 10 times 5.3, that's 53 kilometers squared. Next up, we got to find the area of the circle. Area of a circle is pi times radius squared. So if your radius is 2.4, we got to go 2.4 times 2.4, and then times it by pi. And we're going to get 18.09 and change. 18.09 and change. That's the area of that circle. Alright, find the area of this circle. Pi times radius squared. Well, 12 squared is 144. So 144 times pi. That gets you 452.38. So 452.389. Dot, dot, dot. That's the area of this circle.
Attention, students.
And don't worry about 41 and 42. All right, that's the end of section 1 here, unit 1 review packet. Next, move on to review packet number 2, and keep on studying. All right, good luck.